Okay, good evening, everybody. So I am super excited for this Zoom. My name is Erin Tweed, and we're going to share a little bit about our stories and just why this income opportunity has been the best decision that we've made. And so telling a little bit about our stories and all that good stuff, and then we're going to go into the nitty gritty and obviously how can you make money, all the things. So I will start with, I have been doing this for over 8 years. It's actually like 8.5 because we're already like halfway through the year, which is insane to me to think about. But I started this as a new mom that I was working full time as a nurse navigator, and my job really had a lot of restraints on it, right? I was working 50 to 60 hours a week. There just wasn't time to go and pick up a side hustle. And we had switched my son's daycare, which was 500 more a month than we budgeted for. We are new homeowners, and all of the escrow kicks in that second year. So it was all these things happening all at one time. And I just felt like, oh my gosh, I cannot catch up. And so for me, it was, okay, I got to go back to school, get my master's, but that was going to be more student loans, more time away from my family. And I was just not about that. So I was starting to kind of brainstorm, being open-minded to things. But I actually came across a post about hair, skin, and nails, which is one of our top selling products. But I came across it because, again, new mom, did the mom chop, regretted it, wanted something that could quickly grow out my hair. And the girl ended up falling in love with me for a couple months because, again, I was struggling secretly, and I was like, I just can't justify spending money on myself, right? And so one day she finally said, Erin, have you thought about making money while using the products? And it was that question that did it for me. I knew that, hey, I could be passionate about health and wellness products. I knew I had a passion to help other people. Obviously, I got into the nursing field for that. This is just another avenue that I could do that, but also not take time away from my family. So I jumped in really with a goal to just make $500 extra a month, and it's turned into so much more. Now we have 2 other kids, so I'm a busy mom. We just left the ball fields. I know Britt was at basketball. Like, I want you to know I've worked this business while working full time and having a newborn, and I've worked this business full time from home while having 3 kids that are busy and all the sports. Like, we have activities every single night of the week. And so this business truly can be for any person, right? Any schedule, any story, anything like that. And so, like I said, we're going to talk a little bit more about the details. But I think it's important to know that, because I feel like that's always something that people are like, I'm too busy. We all are, right? I always say the busy ones are the most successful because we know how to get stuff done. We know how to manage our time well. And so this can definitely be for you. So Britt, I'll have you introduce yourself and then we'll go into the content.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Brittany Landrum. I actually joined just a couple weeks after Erin. So I'm at, a little over 8 years as well. And it's so crazy because our stories are very similar in some areas and then very different in others. But one thing that is very similar is that both of us just joined for some product and a couple $100. So if you're going to listen to our stories and you're going to say to yourself, I don't want to do this full time, you don't have to. That wasn't our plan either. What happened for us was once we got started and we realized that it could be full time, our dreams and wants and wishes and goals changed, right? But so a little backstory on how I got started. A girl reached out to me and just offered the business to me. And I told her, no, thank you. As you join us and follow us, if you watch me now, no, I don't seem shy. Yes, I'm very good at working from social media now, but 8 years ago I wasn't, right? So I was super shy, had never really tried a product. And so when she asked me, I just said, no, thank you. And I always like to say one of my favorite parts about our interaction was that just because I said no, she kept going. Well, I was seeing what she was doing, and I watched her earn a $10,000 bonus. And here I was working 40 to 50 hours a week at my dental job. I was a single mom to a little boy that is now 13. And it blows my mind that he's like grown up here in this business, but he was like 5.5 years old. And I was so frustrated that I was working 40 to 50 hours a week to still have to sometimes put my groceries on a credit card. Or, if I needed to get gas, I had to see, did we just get paid or am I going to get paid? Can I fill it up? Can I not fill it up? And so when I watched her start posting about products that I wanted anyways, and that she had earned a bonus, my no all of a sudden turned into, okay, I need to ask some more questions, because this is super silly. But I remember seeing, it was on Pinterest, and there was a quote that said, what you're not changing, you're choosing. And kind of like, you can't complain if you're not willing to do something about it. At least that's how I read it for myself. And so I messaged her and I said a couple things. I said, number one, I don't have the money to get started, but I'm willing to put it on a credit card. As long as I can, can I make that money back? Number two, will I be getting some products? Number three, will I be making some extra money? And then number four, I said, if I don't like this, can I quit at any time? Because the reality is, I knew this was going to be working from social media and promoting a product. And because I was shy back then, I didn't know how to work from social media. Granted, I didn't know that they were going to be teaching me those things. So I was already looking for a way out, honestly. And so the reason why I share those questions with you is because I want to tell you what her answers were. She said, yes, you'll be making your money back. Yes, you'll be getting some product. Yes, you can make a couple $100s or more. You just have to trust, believe me and do all the things. But she said, if you're already thinking about quitting, this business is not for you. And I remember I kind of like stepped back, look at my phone and thought, well, that's kind of rude. But I'm so glad that she set the standard right there, because that later that night, I decided to say yes, but I didn't just say like, oh, I'm going to say yes and see what happens. I said yes. And I told myself, I'm going to go all in for 6 months and do every single thing that they ask me to do and see what will happen. Not some of the things, but all of the things. And yeah, it was like 10 months into this business, I had tripled my dental income, and I was able to, come home from the dental field. And I've been home now 7 years. So it's kind of crazy.
Yes, with another child. So that's the thing. Like, we've been through so much life, and after 8 years in the business, it's like so much has happened. But we've been able to, just like, our kids don't know any different. That's what sometimes my kids literally do not even believe that I was a nurse. They're like, let me see your receipts, right? It's like, I'm like, I swear I was working. But anyway, so I know Britt, I'm going to go into a little bit details about the company, because obviously she brought up the $10,000 bonus that her sponsor, earned throughout. And so a little bit about the company. We have been around for 22 years, since 2001. The company is totally debt-free and Christian-based. So the reason I bring up that they're debt-free is that $10,000 bonus that she mentioned. That's why we're able to earn bonuses like that, because they're going to put different promotions and perks. And there's some really freaking awesome bonuses happening right now, that you want to take advantage of. So there's never been a better time to get started. But we've also, got over 40 different health and wellness products. Like I said, I was interested in the hair, skin, and nails, but I didn't know that we had greens, which are equivalent to a multivitamin. I didn't know that we had weight loss products that could help other people not only maybe lose weight, but also help maintain. I didn't know that we had products that helped, expedite a busy lifestyle, or maybe just you want to be healthier, like simple swaps. For me, being a busy mom, again, I'm going to drink coffee every morning, right? Because I have to wake up, I do my workout, all the things, but I got to wake up at 5 a.m. to make sure that I'm up before my kids. And so coffee is one of the first things that I go to. But I started swapping out my coffee 5 years ago for one that burns fat, has collagen, and it keeps me fuller longer. So those have benefits. Why not do those little simple swaps? And again, the other thing that I want to say is, sometimes people will say, well, what makes your products different than what you would find in stores, right? Because you might say, oh, there's a hair vitamin that you can find at Walmart or whatever. The quality of the ingredients, you always have to know that certain products will have fillers, additives, different things, and you want to have the top-notch ingredients. You want to look at the percentages. You want to look at what is the quality of where they're getting the ingredients from. And that's something that I can promise you that we have the best of the best. They're the best in the market, really great pricing when you compare them to things with the different ingredients. There might be some other ones that, hey, they look kind of similar. They might have similar ingredients, but we've got something else in there too that's clinically proven that's going to help you get better results paired with that healthy lifestyle. And so I think that that's really important, is you're going to have, you've got this amazing company and this foundation that it's built on. You've got these amazing products that each and every person can benefit from, right? I know like my kids love the greens, my grandma loves the skincare, I love products, my husband loves products. So it's men and women. It's not just one niche of people, right? And so you want to be able to market to all different types. So it's just, like I said, it's never been a better time to get started. So Britt, will you tell, because obviously people are coming to this because they're like, hey, I need some extra cash, right? I think I don't even know what the statistic is now, but they say like literally the majority of people right now have a side hustle. So this may start as a side hustle for you and turn into full time, or it can just be that little bit of extra. If it's nail and hair money or shopping money, whatever you need it to be, it can be. So will you tell people like how we make money? Because I think that that's, one thing that people want to know going into it.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing that I wanted to add before I go there to what you said that I got from this business that I wasn't expecting, I want to talk to those of you that are either on live or you're watching the replay and you are someone that you need to put your health a priority, but you're someone that you're consistent for 2 days and then you fall off track, or you're consistent for 2 weeks and then you fall off, or maybe 2 months and then you fall off. That was me. Okay. That was hands down me. I grew up playing sports. I was very athletic. I was very in shape. I was healthy. And then I got away from that. And then all of a sudden it was like everything that I started, because of life around me, it was so hard to stay consistent. What I was not expecting that this business would do for me is it was the best accountability partner, because I financially wanted this to work so bad that it was a very good reminder to take my supplements. It was a very good reminder to do what I needed to do. And now it's crazy, but I'm healthier and feel better at almost 40 than I did in my 20s. And it's just because I'm taking better care of myself, because it's part of my business. And so that was one thing, like, yes, the friendship, the financial freedom, like all of these things that I got. But it was like the other things that I got that I wasn't expecting that came along with it that I just wanted to kind of put out there. So what is it that we do? Okay, here's the deal. We do work it mostly from social media. Do you have to work everything you do from social media? Absolutely not. For instance, I just got back from my daughter's basketball game, and I have other parents that now follow me on social that in person, they'll say, okay, can you tell me, actually, it was just her teacher today. She's like, I think I used to have an account, but I really want to get that new slimmer supplement you're posting about. Okay, that was just tonight. So there is some face-to-face interaction, but we do work from social media. And so there's like 4 to 6 tasks that we're going to teach you to do. Okay. So what I want to tell you now is, if you're on here watching the recording and you're saying to yourself, I've never worked from social media, I have no idea what I'm doing, that does not matter, right? It doesn't matter if you know what you're doing. Here's what I would ask you though. Are you willing to learn? If that answer is no, then this probably isn't a good fit for you, right? Like if you don't want to do the things, then this isn't a good fit, and that's okay. But if you're willing to learn like how to post, what to post, how to have the conversations, how to help someone figure out what products would be good for them, then this is a good fit for you. So we do work from social media. We do different tasks. We're going to teach you how to do those. Now, how do we make extra income? We do 2 things. One is we help people get set up on supplements or any of the products that they like they have results they're looking for, and then we pair them on something to see. And Aaron actually mentioned it, and I wrote it down because I didn't want to forget, is when I was first originally joining this company, one thing that really stuck out to me is that because I wasn't a good salesperson back then, and obviously you don't have to be a good salesperson, but that was something that was kind of keeping me from joining right away, because I'm like, I'm not a good salesperson. One thing that really stuck out to me is, like Aaron said, we truly have something for everyone. So like we have a product that they're probably, like my neighbors are probably already using. It's just my job to show them a healthier version that they could be using. So one of the jobs that we do is we help people get set up to make or to get results from our supplements. The other person that we're going to help is a group of people that want to make extra income, or you're going to be like Aaron and I, we wanted both. We wanted the product and we wanted the extra income. So it kind of fits right into there. And that's truly what we get paid to do. We get paid to help people.
Exactly. And like Britt said, Our job is to teach you how to do those tasks. And so you're going to have that full support. You're going to have a team of people behind you. We're not just throwing you to the wolves and saying, hey, figure it out. Like that's like one of the scariest things. And I even think back to like comparing it to like my nursing clinicals, like whenever you would switch to a floor or a unit or different things, you always had a 6 to 12 week period where you were on orientation, right? And so you couldn't do anything without somebody else supervising or helping you do that. Think of that exactly as this. Now we're still going to be lifelong partners and helping you along the way too. But I always like to point that out. You're going to have training, you're going to have support, guidance along the way. So last thing that we'll end with. So right now, if you're ready to get started, it's $99. We've got this promotion going until February 3rd. It's going to come with that new Slimmer that Brittany was talking about, where it's it's a supplement that actually helps readjust or like reconfigure your appetite triggers. Okay. So like normally you have this reset. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word reset. It helps reset your appetite. I don't know why I could not literally think of reset. But it helps reset your appetite. So then those little things that are in your stomach that are targeting your brain, and they're coming and saying like things like lipase and different things are saying, hey, you're fuller. It's going to keep you fuller longer. And it's clinically proven where there's an ingredient in there that helps. And people that took it over the 8-week period, they lost an average of 24 pounds. So you can either use that yourself or you could even turn around and sell it, but it's a great investment to get started getting the hot new product, and you can start your business for just $99. Like I said, there's never been a better time to get started. We've got bonuses and different things happening. I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty of that because that's something you can go back to the person and just say, okay, they mentioned bonuses. Like I need to know more. But I would just encourage you, if you have any questions, go back to them. Or if you're watching this recording, ask questions and different things. But we can't wait to see who gets started and whose life has changed with this. So thank you guys for hopping on with us. And I hope you all have a great night. Bye, everyone.